Hey, John, you had two kind of tough games this week that were physical, a little bit low scoring. What do you think this shows about your team to pull out two like these and defend really well as well?
Well, to win here, they never lose here. I hate to tell you, neither is Kansas. They don't lose at home. So when you go in a game like that, you really don't care. It's how did you win? Well, our guard play was good, but Daimion Collins was a difference maker. We had worked, I don't know what woke me up in the middle of the night saying lob, lob, lob. And I watched enough of their tape, they collapse. So you have that if you have a guy to throw it to. And I told him at the shoot around and that we're going to throw this lob and I'm putting you in for that reason. And he played great. He played great defensively. What I love about it is I didn't play him for 6 games, 5 games. Never even looked at him. And he now has just forced me to figure out how to play him. We got to play. Got to play 15 minutes a game. Now it's on me. The other thing I'll tell you, there's all kind of ways of doing this. Again, I've coached about 35 years. My teams historically will shoot about 30% of threes. 10 to 12 turnovers, 16, 18 assists. Hold people. Usually I have a shot blocker. This year I don't. But there's all kind of ways of doing this. And, dribble drive that we've gone to and gone back to now, and positionless where you're playing with 4 guards, even though they're bigger. You're making guys play like guards. But you can't start 4-6-2 guys. Can't do it. Can't. So we're doing it the way we do it. And again, I've done this a long time. And the consistency, that's me coaching. That's who I am. So this game today, when you shoot that many, if they go, you win. If they don't go, you lose. Unless you kept rebounding, and that was my thing the whole game. If you give them one shot, they're not going to have enough attempts to beat you. And we gave them 2 3 shots a couple different times.
Jerry?
Yeah, John, I hope I can ask too again. When you said you kind of woke up and was thinking lob, 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 I'm hoping you were having a dream or something that brought this about.
Wasn't a dream. What happens is I wake up in the morning early and it's what wakes me up is I'm thinking basketball. It's going through my head. And there are different times I walk in and I'll tell the guys, Gut, I woke up thinking this, we're going to go with it. And that, the guy, if you ask the players, they'll tell you. And that's, because I was looking at, they collapse. What do they do? How can, and we've always been that team that throws that lob. We just don't have those guys. We do with him, though. Daimion could be that guy. And he also defended, and he also rebounded.
Speaking of defense, you guys, Alabama made less than a third of their shots and made 10% of their threes. They kind of lived by the 3. How did you guys do that? What was the key there?
Well, we were really talking about we're going to make them take tough twos. That let's get out on them and make them take tough twos. We don't want to open up our stance and give them layups. But we did it some. A couple guys, they can't keep retreating. They open, and the guy goes and shoots a layup. And they got a couple of those. But all in all, we kept them from being able to do that. And they missed some open threes. And it wasn't their night to make threes. And that's, look, I'm not, look, I think, did we play these guys twice last year?
Yes.
Lost twice.
Are we playing them twice again this year?
Yes.
What is that? We play
2 weeks.
Are we going to play them twice next year? You think?
3 times.
3. Wow.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is March. It's always been March. How do you advance? How do you be able to play 6 games, 2 games each weekend? How can you get your team to be consistent enough that you don't have any drop off when you're playing? And that's how my whole mindset is all the time. It's not just playing one game and it's exciting and all. This is what we're doing. But what's great about how we're playing, everybody that calls me says, I love it the way you're playing. Fun to watch. They pass to each other. Your offense is the best I've seen. Oh, they're going nuts about how we're playing. And then the other thing they're saying is they fight. Dudes fight. And you know, they're not afraid to, you know, compete.
Kyle Tucker.
We got to get on this bus.
Yeah, Cal, you were talking about Daimion, and I wonder just for the long term, when Oscar has some trouble, you know, scoring over length at times, to find a weapon like potentially Daimion here who can counter that a little bit for you. How big is that?
It was huge today. And the other guy we got to get in, but he's got to earn more minutes is Bryce. You need all the weapons you can have because you don't know. Someone's just struggling. Like Ty was struggling, missing shots. So I went with Daimion. Daimion gets in and plays well. Then I go back with Ty, he plays well. I thought Severe was overdoing it for a minute. I took him out. We played well. We put him back in. He got it. You know, that's when you have that kind of depth, you have a lot of room for error.
All right, we're going to go one more. John Hale, go ahead.
You talk about winning 6 games in a row in March. To do that, a lot of times you need a Marcus Lee against Michigan kind of game that comes out of nowhere. How can you tell when guys like Daimion are prepared to make the most of their moment when they get one like tonight?
Well, they got to demonstrate in games. You talk about Marcus Lee, but I can remember when we had Dominic Hawkins against Michigan. I mean, there are guys that have done it during the year, then they get in the game and they believe they can do it. It's not what I believe, it's what they believe. We've had 5 guys or 4 score 20 to 25 and 2 scored 17. Now that means in their mind, they can do that. I've done it. I've done it in a real game. That's what I like. That's what I like. Now, all of a sudden, you got a lot of guys that can go and score and do things.